We're asking residents to help us prepare for spring runoff in the summer monsoon season. There are a few easy steps you can take to reduce flood risk as well as keep you and your family safe.
Boulder County has a pretty significant flood risk. It's considered one of the highest flood risks in the state of Colorado.
The start of the flood season starts with spring runoff after the snow melts and ends with the summer monsoons we often get into September.
The Office of Emergency Management helps protect residents by encouraging emergency preparedness initiatives. Preparing residents means encouraging individuals to take initiative to prepare themselves for a disaster. Part of that means making sure that you're signed up for emergency alerts, making an emergency preparedness kit, and also planning for a disaster with yourself, your friends, and your family. Families should consider having 3 components in their family emergency plan. 1 is communications. How are you going to get a hold of one another during a disaster? 2 is where are you going to meet with one another should a disaster occur and you're unable to get home? The 3rd is an evacuation route. How will you get out of your home and to a safe location should something occur?
Boulder County and the City of Boulder have a variety of different warning systems for the public. The big thing to remember with any of these warning systems is that one is not perfect. It's important to be signed up for all these various entities. Know what the siren information means, know what the warning information means, and most of all, listen to the message because we're being very specific when we're trying to warn you.
One of the things we found with the September 2013 flooding is that many people were not insured with flood insurance. Everyone in the county is eligible for flood insurance, whether you're in a floodplain or not, whether you live near a creek or not, and even if you're a renter. Even as a renter, it's important to look into flood insurance policies. No matter where you live in the county, everyone is eligible. When purchasing flood insurance, it's important to remember that there's a 30-day waiting period for all policies to come into effect. So one of the most important ways you can help flood mitigate your home is to properly deploy and place sandbags across your property. So it's important to remember that you can't just place sandbags on your home.
We sandbagged extensively on 3 sides of the house. All the sandbagging in front of the house survived the flood, even though the road was 18 inches, 2 feet deep in water as it went by our house. Those sandbags kept the water from getting into the house and into the garage. If the floodwaters had gone in different directions, the house would be gone, but there is no question in our mind that what we did to protect against flood saved it.
Another way you can mitigate flood risks is by clearing debris away from your home that's in the floodplain.
Keeping the floodplain safe and clean protects everyone, including your downstream neighbors. For more information about keeping your waterways safe and clean, visit the Keep It Clean Partnership website. To report any issues you see in your stream corridor or creek, please contact your local jurisdiction.
So a lot has changed since the 2013 flood in terms of the floodplain as well as building permit regulations. So we want to urge you to contact your local jurisdiction to find out what are the building code guidelines for floodplain development.
We'd like people to build responsibly and resiliently. Building responsibly means getting a permit from your local jurisdiction before you build. If you're rebuilding or doing repairs related to flood damage, check with the city or county to see if a building permit is required for the work. Start off by finding if your property is in the floodplain. What you will need to do depends on the restrictions for your floodplain zoning designation. Floodplain mapping will be changing over the next few years, and it's important to stay informed and involved.